Smile.
Cheese.
And 3, 2.
Welcome back, everyone. This is Elena Laster for the Elena Laster Show, The Power of Women. We are back in gear again. We're going to be doing a lot of recording, a lot of different visits to the community for community events. I had taken a few months off for a while. There was remodeling of the house and things I had to do personally. But we are back in gear. So I'm going to ask everyone if you want me to come out to your show or to your program.
Cut. Idiots.
That's the trash man.
That's loud.
Pick right up where you left off, Miss Laster.
All right. If you'd like,
Go.
if you'd like me to come out to your program or whatever type of community event that you're having, email me. It should be on the bottom of the screen. But please let me know at least a couple of weeks ahead of time so I can plan my calendar and tell you what's good for me and what works for you, okay? So we're back in gear. I'm so glad to have everybody back again. Spread the word. Elena Laster Show, Power of Women. We're back on the air. I have with me a very special young lady. I don't know her. I did see her at the, what was it, the Indie Soul
For the Kwanzaa.
and the Kwanzaa. And I remember talking to her. She's such a pleasant, beautiful young lady, and she has her own business, and, you know, she's working hard, and she's going to school. I have so much admiration for her. But let me tell you her name now. It's Ardea Audie Cave,
Yes.
but they call her Audie. And I'm going to welcome her to the show.
Thank
and
you.
I want you to take over and tell me what you do. I've got your painting to talk about. I've got so much to talk about. You're going to school
Yes.
for psychology.
Yes.
You have 2 twins. Girl, you're doing it all.
Thank you.
Tell me about, are you a native
Thank
of
you.
Springfield?
I am a native
are?
of
Okay.
Springfield, yes. I was born and raised here, over maybe the Monmouth Street area.
Okay,
Yeah.
Monmouth and Berkeley?
Berkeley,
Uh-huh.
yeah, over there. And so I've been here all my life. I left a little after I had my children, moved to Florida, and decided to come back.
You always come back. You have the water, you taste the
Absolutely.
water, you have to come back to Springfield, New England, I should
Yes,
say.
I love Springfield.
So, tell me where you are in your life.
Right now, I would say I am at a good space. I'm in a good space with trying to juggle my business and being a creative and going to school. I have a lot on my plate, but I am making sure to give each aspect its time.
And listening to you before we started the show, you're right, you have a lot on your plate, but you are multitasking. You are doing your thing, girl. And I commend you. I mean, to be so young and to have all this going on and still go to school to try to get your education, and your boys are adorable.
Thank you.
They're twins. Oh, by the way, everybody, I had Sniffer, the dog, down here. So if you've been watching the show, I've had him for like a year and a half. I did not know how to work it. Her son comes in here. What's his name? Jakai, and he's playing with it. Next thing I know, the dog's barking, the dog's eyes are brightening up. He's following that ball I had. Nate will probably take a picture and show you. But he's the typical young boy who is inquisitive, knows how to get things going, and they look just like you.
Yes.
Oh yeah, they're just blessed. I say when boys look like their mother, they're always blessed.
That's what I've heard.
You heard
yeah.
that? It's an old saying, but it's good. So, okay, so you're going to school, and your
Yes.
major is?
Child psychology.
Mhm.
I work a lot with children.
Cut.
Motorcycle. What's the matter?
Something going on.
This shadow looks like a red braid.
Ah,
It doesn't make it look bad. I just noticed it. I don't know if that's, okay, there you go.
better?
Yeah.
Okay.
All
Okay,
right.
better.
Pick right up where you left off. I cut you off in mid-sentence.
Okay.
Go.
So my major is child psychology. I enjoy working with children. Prior to being in school right now, and before I had my twins, I worked in childcare settings, and I went to HCC for a little bit for early
Good.
childhood education. So I knew working with children was going to be something that I, wanted to do. It's one
It's
of
a
my
demanding
passions.
field.
It really is. It's so important. And so currently I help out within the community. I volunteer at the Young Scholars Academy.
Now, where's that at?
So that is at the Boys and Girls Club on Acorn Street.
Oh, okay.
And it's a literacy and mentoring program. We read to the children. I do an art session with the children. We do a lot of presentation skills, a lot of different things just to get them ready for, you know, the real
Get them
world.
rounded for the real
And get
world.
what they're not getting in school, so.
And that's a lot. I mean, I shouldn't say a lot, but it is a lot. I see my grandchildren, and I always ask them, so how did you do in school today? What, you know, what went on? How was it? It's good. Okay, it's good.
Yeah.
What's good? That's what they know. It's good. It's
Yeah.
good.
Like, I'm gonna need you to elaborate a little.
Yeah, I know. You know, you didn't tell me. I mean,
Right.
did the teacher, was she nice? Was she bad? Did you take a test? Did you skip lunch? I never skip lunch at all.
What did you have for lunch?
Right,
Time.
exactly. But that's their words. It's good. But, and I did see on Facebook, I know several times this Read Aloud program at the Springfield Boys and Girls Club. Is that part of it? It's on Saturdays?
Yes, it's on Saturdays.
Yeah.
So we just did an event with Miss Johnson from Olive
Will it?
Tree.
Oh, okay, on
Olive
Hancock
Tree,
Street.
Yes. And that was a Read Aloud program, which was really nice. We had a few different people come in and read to the children, and then at the end of the program, they received books and
that's so
backpacks.
nice.
So that was a really nice event. All the children were so involved, and parents, and it was great to see.
So now you have your artwork, which I'll cover that the second half of the show, which is right here and over here, and you have your studio. Where do you see yourself going? You know, you're taking, which is a very demanding field, child psychology, and it's so needed for
Yes.
today's children. You have 2 boys; they're adorable. What do you want for your kids?
I want for them to know that knowledge is power. I think they know that. But within that, I just also want them to just kind of gravitate towards their passions and to identify what they are passionate about at an early age. So I make it my business to just expose them to everything that I do, everything that I'm doing. Not to say this is what mama's doing, you've got to do this, but just to say that you have the liberty to do what you want, to be who you want.
You're a very wise young girl.
Thank you.
You know, were you raised by your grandparents?
No, well, my grandfather was around when I was growing up. My grandmother passed away when I was about 5 years old. But very close with my mother and all of my family. We have a huge family.
Do you?
Yes.
And you are a native of Springfield. What's some of your family?
Sure. My family's last name is Yates.
Yates.
Large family.
That's Nate. You know, that was Nate, the producer. You see, we like pause for a moment. Either he's back there going, wrap it up, or she says something that gets a brain.
Resonates.
In his mind that, I know that person. So carry on, honey.
So, that's my last name. And again, we grew up over near Oak Grove,
Okay.
Monmouth Street, Berkeley Street.
That's so good. So now, what school do your children go to?
My children currently go to Dorman. They go to
Dorman.
Dorman Elementary School. I am looking to get them into a new school, mostly because I feel like the arts aspect of school is no longer. It really isn't. When I was in school, there was a lot of art and music class, and children nowadays, they don't have that, unfortunately.
I know, it's so sad.
It
huh?
is.
It is.
Because I really look at it more as like therapeutic, you know, just spending time to just create and get all of your feelings out, whether it's on canvas or on paper, you know, however you do that, or whether it's through music or dance.
Right.
Art is very expressive.
And of course, in the field of psychology, you know, it's almost like you see on TV, you see a child that was probably something happened or sexually abused. You know, the first thing they give them is a pad, pencil and paper, and, you know, they start drawing, and you're able to decipher, so, oh my God, you know, this really happened,
Yeah.
or is this happening? You know,